dear guests, dear colleagues, dear students, the University of Bucharest has now the honor to have in its midst the President of the European Commission, José Manuel Barroso, who is world famous for being at the head of a giant of the modern world, the European Union. The European Commission, as you know, has been very instrumental in all the phases of Romania's accession to the European Union, and Romania now is a member of this union with full rights and full obligations. The merits of President Barroso are immense, which is proven by the fact that he has been elected for a second term. He has studied law, economical sciences and social sciences, and he has, in our eyes, the outstanding merit of having promoted the creation of the European Institute for Innovation and Technology. The European Institute for Innovation and Technology is one of those institutions of which the future will have a word to say, but which is the instrument of European competitiveness, as far as we can say now. I'll give the floor to Vice President Mircea Dumitru, in charge of international affairs. He will read the laudatio of the candidate. Vice Rector, you have the floor.
Mr. Rector, Your Excellency, Mr. President of the European Commission, José Manuel Barroso, distinguished members of the Academic Senate, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. The University of Bucharest is extremely proud to accept today the President of the European Commission, Mr. José Manuel Barroso, among its most distinguished members. The man whom we are paying a tribute now, thereby honoring our entire academic community, is a world-renowned politician and academic. His remarkable achievements are a genuine proof for his passionate commitment to the public good and well-being of the people and communities that he has served in an exemplary political career spanning more than 30 years. His political vision and credo are inspiring all of us through the robust role that President Barroso defines and defends for a united Europe. Speaking about his main goal in the second term of his presidency of the European Commission, Mr. Barroso said, "I have a passion for Europe. For me, the European project goes much further than its economic dimension. It is based on the values of peace, freedom, justice, and solidarity, and it must be advancing people's Europe. The European Union offers its citizens rights, protection, and opportunities in the marketplace and beyond, and it helps to bring people together using Europe's cultural diversity as a powerful channel to communicate. The principles of free movement and equal treatment for EU citizens must become a reality in people's everyday lives." The cultural, political, and economic values of the European Commission that Mr. Barroso presides since November 2004 are those values that, in his own words, will define the kind of Europe we want. They will define a Europe of opportunity where those that aspire are elevated and those in need are not neglected. A Europe that is open to the world and open to its people. A Europe that delivers economic, social, and territorial cohesion. End of quote. But who is the man who inspired and influenced in such a decisive manner the way the European Union looks like today? Here are some facts. President Barroso was born in Lisbon, Portugal in 1956. He is the 11th and current president of the European Commission since November the 23rd, 2004. He served previously as Prime Minister of Portugal from April 2002 to July 2004. Mr. Barroso graduated in law from the Faculty of Law of the University of Lisbon and then received a diploma in European Studies with honors from the European University Institute, University of Geneva, and a master's degree in political science with honors from the Department of Political Science, Faculty of Economics and Social Sciences, University of Geneva, with a thesis on le système politique portugais face à l'intégration européenne. He successively held internship positions and attended research courses at Columbia University, New York, Georgetown University, Washington, D.C., the International University Institute, Luxembourg, and the European University Institute, France. For a number of years, Mr. Barroso combined an academic career with his political activity. Thus, his academic career continued as an assistant professor in the law faculty of the University of Lisbon, then as a teaching assistant in the Department of Political Science, University of Geneva, and visiting professor at the Department of Government and School of Foreign Service, Center for German and European Studies, Georgetown University, Washington, D.C., from 1996 until 1998, where he is also a 1998 graduate of the Georgetown Leadership Seminar. Back in his native Lisbon, Mr. Barroso became director of the Department for International Relations at Lusíada University, October 1995, March 1999. Mr. Barroso received scholarships from the Swiss Confederation, the Commission of the European Communities, the Volkswagen Foundation, NATO, and the Swiss National Fund for Scientific Research. He is a founder of the University Association for European Studies in 1979. In recognition of his scholar and political achievements, he received honorary degrees from Roger Williams University, Rhode Island in 2005, from the University of Edinburgh, from Georgetown University, from the University of Genoa, all in 2006, a honorary degree in law from Kobe University, also in 2006, honorary doctorate in social and human sciences from Cândido Mendes University, Rio de Janeiro in 2006, from Warsaw School of Economics in 2007, from the University of Liverpool in 2008, and from Cambridge University of Technology in 2009. The truly remarkable fact about Mr. Barroso's personality is his outstanding political activity, its depth and richness. Through a process of steady growth, he served in many and very diverse capacities of increasing complexity and political importance. This culminated in his nomination as Prime Minister in the 15th Constitutional Government of Portugal in April 2002, and then obviously in his election as the President of the European Commission in November 2004. His Excellency has been elected for a second mandate in September 2009. President Barroso's political activity has been very powerful and instrumental, especially European-wise, in what concerns the shaping of the EU institutions. This is the lasting outcome of systematic and hard work, a large part of which being carried out before Mr. Barroso has been elected as the top official of the European Union. Thus, he led and took part in a number of international missions, was a member of various informal advisory groups to the Secretary General of the United Nations, and served as a Vice President of the European People's Party from 1999 until 2002, and Vice President of the Centre Democrate International from 2001 to 2005. Likewise, Mr. Barroso has done Europe-related work while he was in Foreign Affairs and then Prime Minister of Portugal. Notable for us Romanians is the fact that His Excellency signed in 1993 on Portugal's behalf the Europe Agreement with our country. Then, while he was already the president of the European Commission, Romania signed its accession treaty to the European Union on April the 25th, 2005. President Barroso played a crucial role in supporting the Commission's recommendation that the Union should welcome Romania as a member state as of January 2007. President Barroso's ideals and values, especially those of unity, altruism, and economic and moral support for whoever is worse off, values which inform his political decisions and actions, are shaped by the driving force of the political concept that for the European Union to be, and I quote, a global player also means standing up for our values. Human rights are not negotiable. Our values also mean that we must come to the aid of those facing a crisis situation anywhere around the world. End of quote. Now, in order for the European Union to be a global player and to commit itself to a major political and economical international role that we all expect from the Union, it is crucial today to define the Union's political agenda and consequently to identify and set out clearly certain priorities for the Union over the coming year. Essentially, President Barroso identifies 5 major challenges for the Union over the next year, namely, dealing with the economic crisis and governance, restoring growth or jobs by accelerating the Europe 2020 reform agenda, building an area of freedom, justice and security, launching negotiations for a modern EU budget, and pulling our weight on the global stage. In all of those major challenges, we can easily see that Romania has a lot of work to do and to strive for a major contribution to the common good of the European Union. Let me conclude by quoting these words of President Barroso. At the end of the day, we are all in the same boat. The Union will not achieve its objectives in Europe without the member states, and the member states will not achieve their objectives in the world without the European Union. If we don't act together, Europe will not be a force in the world. This is why, in my political guidelines, continues President Barroso, I call for Europe to be a global player, a global leader, an objective which is a key task and test for our generation. This is Europe's moment of truth. Europe must show it is more than 27 different national solutions. We either swim together or sink separately. We will only succeed if, whether acting nationally, regionally, or locally, we think European. End of quote. Having in view all these, the Senate of the University of Bucharest considers that by conferring the degree of Doctor Honoris Causa of the University of Bucharest to President José Manuel Barroso, we will contribute to the furtherance of the scientific and academic prestige of our university. We strongly believe that by including into the intellectual elites of the recipients of this prestigious honorary degree a first-rate, worldwide recognized personality of the political community, such as President José Manuel Barroso, the University of Bucharest is fulfilling one of its major tasks, that of endorsing ideals and values through the recognition of towering personalities who articulate and promote those values by their deeds. We confer President José Manuel Barroso this honorary doctorate as we are deeply convinced that His Excellency will continue to provide his essential support in identifying the best solutions for the European Union in dealing with the consequences of both the financial and economic crisis and climate change. Mr. President, please rest assured that in your quest, you can rely on the support not only of Romania's institutions and political elite, but also on the support of its intellectual elite and young people. All of them are strongly committed to further contribute to the European integration process.